Hey guys, what's going on? It's SR603 here, and I'm talking about and I've been seeing this on YouTube a lot from people like Jack Frags and Level Cap Gaming, and so I thought I might just make my own video about it. And so I'm here today to talk about what I would like to see out of Battlefield of the next Battlefield 4. Um, the first off we're gonna start with is more bug fixes. I know that people have been asking for this on Battlefield 3 a lot, and there are still some bugs that could make this game a whole lot better to make there's a lot of bugs that could make this game a whole lot better, but they still are there and they haven't been fixed. So I thought I'd just say that. Now the next thing I'd like to just talk about for a while is reactive environment. Now, when I say reactive environment, I mean if you look in Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam, you will see that, let's say you arm an MCOM station. You arm that NCOM station, they both blow up, and then you can move on to the next objective. Right after you blow that up, there's a second phase. So let's say on the default desert map, Conquest, rush map for Bad Company 2, as soon as the map starts, you see two A-10s going in and attacking and bombing the Russian position. And then once you destroy those objectives, two more A-10s come online, and so on and so on. And even in Battlefield 3, you see this with Rush, where there's a fighter jet that bombs the ground. You go into the metro system. And on Caspian border, that's when we get to about 25 tickets, whoever side, and then there's an artillery radio sound, and then next thing you know, the tower's getting blown up by artillery, airburst munition, and it collapses. And it in the ending for Bad Company 2 missions, you can see tanks and infantry attacking and retreating. And you know what? I mean, it adds a certain specialty to the game, seeing that, hey, you just won the game and this is what it's going to look like. It doesn't get very old. For some it will, but for others it doesn't. And even these something happening during the middle of the map, that'll look gracious for making videos and movies out of on Battlefield 4 on the PC. Now, and I would like to next. I'd like to see more weapons choices because honestly, I mean, yeah, you have you have American, Russian, and some Chinese weapons, but and do believe there's some Middle Eastern weapons there is also, but that's not all of them. That's not all of them from all around the world. When we get more weapons choices from more countries, yes, there's USA, Russia, and China, but not let's not just use them. Let's use almost every nation that's created guns that are currently used. I really want to stress this is more co-op or cooperative play support. Because honestly, right now, if I'm in Battlefield and I go hit co-op, the public match or play with a friend, it's a load of garbage because I try to join a game and next thing you know, it's just gonna be stuck in the loading screen and I have to restart my PlayStation and everything crashes. And that's where it needs to be fixed because co-op was pretty fun and that's how you unlock some guns up until I couldn't use it anymore more because it wouldn't work and it was very annoying. Here's what I'd like to see is more vehicle types and choices. Excuse me. What I mean by this is, you see the aircraft carrier and the destroyers in the background, where you spawn and deploy from. But what if we could take it back to 1942 and 2142, where you drove these ships around and you attacked from the guns? Now I know this is an FPS, but even then, FPS can have something new in it or revised in it, and it just looks spectacular and amazing. Especially again, I like to make machinimas. I'm not a machinima partner, but if you don't know what a machinima is, it's when you make a video or movie, whatnot, from stuff like this. At least that's what I say it is. But it's something along along that line. And if you had a massive naval battle on one map, and then there's a game mode where like Rush or Conquest, you can launch vehicles off of. That's gonna look it's gonna look very spectacular. You can have this epic battle scene between two destroyers, four destroyers, six destroyers, aircraft, and then two aircraft carriers against, and then all of a sudden the Americans win and they can push onto the beach. And that was just for a reference saying you can make for a video. I'd like to see jet skis. I think we already use RIBs. I'd like to see the A4 Skyraider, I believe it is. I think those are used currently. I'd also like to see the F-15 Eagles, F-14 Tomcats. I think I just got them mixed up. I'm not too sure, but it doesn't matter. And I'd like to see T-72s, T-62s, T-55s, and for the Americans or whoever the Americans or whoever else you're gonna fight as the good guys, or if you will, quote good guys. I'd like to see not only the Abrams, I'd like to see the Striker main gun system, which I think that was used as the tank destroyer in Battlefield 3's Armored Kill, or Armored Kill DLC. I would also like to see the Patton 2 and the Sheridan, because those are still, well, the Sheridan's not used, but the Patton 2 is currently being used, I believe. I'd like to see more variety of. I'd like to also see a striker, not strike. I want to see strikers, and I would like to see Bradley's M3A3's Bradley's return. Because honestly, when those things fired, it made me feel much more powerful. Back in Bad Company 2, I felt much more powerful, excuse me, than I am feeling with Battlefield 3 with the LAV-25. I'd like to also see BTR 70s, BRDM 2s. And I also like to see fighter jets. Doesn't matter. Oh, I'd like to also see MiG 29s, MiG 27s also, MiG 15s if you want to even also. And I'd like to see an attack. How do I say this? A CAS, close air support fight jet, like the Su-25 Frogfoot and the A-10 Warthog 2, Thunderbolt 2, alongside fighter jets. Because if you imagine that, you're gonna have two fighter jets and one attack jet. And it'd just be looking even more spectacular. You went like for Robert Stoneman's one, he had to switch from Conquest to Rush to get different types of helicopters and jets in it. It'd be all awesome if they had a one big map. I would also like a longer campaign because honestly, I didn't feel like this was long enough. I'd like to see even bigger storytelling in it and just make me sit there. I would like to sit for. I want a 30-hour. I know this is a little overboard, but 30-hour campaign. I mean, it's just spectacular. Just imagine that, you know. One thing I'd also like to see is DLC. Like for DLC is Battlefield 1921-43. Here's what I'm saying DLC. Back after Bad Company 1 got released, they made Battlefield 1943, and when Bad Company 2 got released, they made Battlefield Vietnam. Let me re-say that. Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam. And those were DLCs, and they're pretty much full games. It's like Battlefield Heroes and Battlefield Play for Free. They're sort of like DLC-ish. No, they're not. I know what they are. I played Battlefield Play for Free, but they're still part of the series. And so, you know, if people, they've been hinting ever since Wake Island on most map, Wake Island and the Endgame DLC that of 21 of Battlefield 2142. So could they be hinting at Battlefield 2143? Who knows? This is this is what I think. I hope you guys like this. I'm gonna wrap up the video right now. And these are just what I want, at least the 7 items that I want so far. If you if you want to add anything else to it, or tell me what you think about it, or if you disagree with me, put a comment below and have fun. So I'll see you guys later. I know I'm kind of stuttering. I just stopped for a second. I didn't write up a script yet. Script yet. But anyways, it's gonna coming along. So hope you enjoyed. So enjoy and peace.